NFL Game Day morning on the air for a couple hours as we take you up to the 1 o'clock kickoffs. This is a shot at the link. 23 inches of snow fell in just over a 24-hour period. They're trying to get things ready for that matchup. And then Atlanta taking on the New York Jets. And Mark Sanchez never played in the cold.
Doesn't look like Southern California.
Wow, he has a running game.
I thought it was only the Florida guys that ducked when it was snowing.
Paul Posluszny arriving for work for the Buffalo Bills. As you see snow on the ground there.
Fabio.
Is that a mullet?
They will take on the New England Patriots. Patriots just one win on the road, and it came in London. Chris Johnson.
Not Milli Vanilli.
He is the truth. Yes, sir.
Tennessee Titans and Chris Johnson. They'll try to knock off the Miami Dolphins.
Florida boy.
Week 15 of the National Football League schedule. Here's a quick updated look at the AFC playoff picture now. It's winning in for the Chargers. They'd be a step closer to locking up a first-round bye, needing losses by both the Broncos and Patriots. Bengals, though, stand in their way, and with a win over San Diego, Cincinnati would claim its first division title since 2005. In the NFC, with last night's loss to the Cowboys, Saints are unable to clinch home field advantage this week. The Vikings, however, can clinch their 18th division title with a win at Carolina later tonight, and the Cardinals can clinch the West with a win at Detroit and a 49ers loss to the Eagles.
That's those 60 minutes of domination.
Welcome back to NFL Game Day morning, Week 15, almost 2 hours away until we hit kickoff. Michael Irvin, Warren Stapp, head coach Steve Mariucci, and Marshall Faulk. I'm Fran Charles. Stacey Dales will be with us again momentarily. And guys, we were following two paths to perfection. First up, the Indianapolis Colts. They took care of business Thursday night right here on NFL Network in Jacksonville, looking for their 14th straight victory. 53 seconds left the third quarter. It's David Garrard to Mike Thomas for the 13-yard touchdown. Jags on top 31-28. But you know, 1-8. He can't get back on the football field fast enough.
Just a great throw here. He hits Reggie Wayne in stride. Reggie Wayne, I think he ran a straight line and Peyton threw it on the line.
No reroute by that cornerback.
None whatsoever.
Fourth quarter comeback.
14 straight for the Colts in 09. 23 straight regular season victories overall. Cowboys are trying to thwart the Saints' plans for 14 straight. Tony Romo to Miles Austin, 49 yards and a touchdown there. Cowboys up 7-0, and they were able, Steve, to bring some pressure.
They started this game fast on both sides of the ball. DeMarcus Ware came in healthy and fresh, and he was a factor in this game.
17-3, Cowboys up at the break, and Michael, Cowboys got the ball first in the third quarter, and they ate up 8 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, and it was a place where the Cowboys usually comes out a little flat. They came out ready to play. They understood the spot that they were in, and they wanted to try to keep that crowd out of the game.
24-3, Breeze looking for Devery Henderson. Wow.
Yeah, down big like this, 24-3. Had a chance to sneak back in this game, but dropped it.
Cowboys can seal the deal here, 3rd and 4, but Roy Williams can't hold on.
Wow.
That was key.
Ball in hand, put it away, big fella.
Got to make that play.
All right, so here come the Saints. And on the very first play, it's Breeze, dumps it off to Pierre Thomas, and Thomas, shifty.
Also by the D lineman, big fella, go get it.
Reggie Bush is out. Here comes this. Everybody is explosive on the Saints.
Into Cowboys territory, 1st and goal. 6 plays later, Breeze to Lance Moore. 24-17.
That was, we'll see that play again.
Yes. Well, that's exactly what everybody started saying right there.
Another key 3rd down for the Cowboys. This time, Marshall, they come up big.
And he went to Miles Austin. You see Roy Williams was in there. Ran slants on both sides. This time, he went to Miles Austin's side.
All right, so the Cowboys can make it a 2-possession game. Just a little chip Chip shot field goal here, Coach. Nick Folk, 24 yards
No
away.
such thing.
Piece of cake.
No such thing. Oh,
Doink. Wow, it was a triple doink.
And we showed you earlier, Folk had all kinds of problems.
New life for the Saints.
Oh, buddy.
In pregame warm-ups, he was missing them left and right. Saints, no timeouts. 4th and 10. Breeze to Colston, first down.
Here comes the
Two-minute
number one
drill.
offense. Look out.
2-minute drill. Somebody should be rushing.
But 12 seconds left. DeMarcus Ware gets his second sack of the game, so the Cowboys hold on.
Everybody
They
drive
hand
home safely.
They hand the Saints their first loss of the season. Dallas Morning News, how about that?
I like it. If they would have lost that game, Nick Folk would have had to take a Greyhound on.
All right, so the Cowboys, a lot of talk about the Dallas having issues in December, Michael. Is this now over?
Hey, it is officially laid to rest. Now, let me tell you why. First of all, mid-December, Cowboys will have another game. They will beat the Washington Redskins next week. And let's think about how Tony Romo has played in December. Tony Romo has put up great games. Right now, the Cowboys have the confidence. This thing is officially over. You beat an undefeated team. That should give you something because everybody thought that they would lose that football game. They went in a tough environment and won that game. I say it's dead now.
What they did was got themselves one win in December. That's all they did. And what they have to do now
was huge.
No, it's a big win, no doubt about it. Their back were against the wall. They were playing desperate, as Marshall told us earlier. But what you have to do is build on this win because there's two ball games coming down the stretch where you're going to have to go see divisional opponents in Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles, who are nemesis since the first day the Cowboys became an organization, and they're going to have to go out and play good football. Romo's playing well right now, but this is a whole team effort. You're going to need an effort like from DeMarcus Ware and some of those other guys on defense because if you're not stopping people, Cowboys aren't scoring that many points. They played well last night, but they're going to have to continue.
This issue can't be dead until we stop talking about it. And here we go. We have the whole M block talking about this jinx in December. And they won a big game, and they look like a great football team. For 3 quarters, they look like the best team in the league. They played defense. They played balanced offense. But you know what? There's still a couple games left to play. You got Washington and Philly. Now, they've beaten them. They've beaten them already in close games. They need to continue and build on this win.
The December thing is not just about winning and losing games in December. It's about winning and losing big games also. That's
true.
what makes December so big because it's going into the playoffs. Their game last night was as big as it gets.
So it's still worth winning.
That's all.
Michael,
so if I get a 2-2 in
listen,
December with that win, can we call it key?
In saying all of that, and what we're talking about, I'm going to give you my talk time. I'm going to pass you this card. That's December under Tony Romo. Let the audience know.
Okay, it's 1-2 and 09,
1 and 3.
and that's really all that matters.
Tell the people.
With
tell
an opportunity.
Read it.
The history.
Read it.
This is why we'll call it. Read the history.
08, 1-3, 07, 2-2, 06, 2-3, Dallas in December under Romo.
So you tell me.
Does he
is
defend
it
himself?
over?
Is it over?
There's one game in that history.
This game and the way this game was played, where this game was played, the size of this game, the team that they played, that says, and they will beat Washington. Give me this. They're 2-2 at the end of this December thing, beating New Orleans. Will we say it's over then?
No. Because once listen. Here's the thing, Michael. If they win the next 2 games and they make it into the playoffs, you want to know what it's going to be then. Can they win a playoff game in January?
Well, that's what's more important. But that's what's more important, too.
Because 2-2 is not losing.
It only continues to build.
Oh, you got one
And
on
guess
that.
what?
You got a
The
500
fact
on
that they
that. Okay.
started December out with 2 losses, and now they've beaten the Saints, an undefeated team. Yes, let's glorify them. But as I told you when we walked in this building, there's one more game in December
There's
to
one more.
play.
Can we
There
talk
is
about
one more
somebody
game in
else
December.
besides the Cowboys all the time,
let's
Michael?
talk about the Saints. Are you worried about the Saints now?
No.
Because now they have to play for home field advantage. So they got the Minnesota Vikings right on their heels.
They do, but this might be a blessing in disguise for the Saints. The pressure is off. They can finish 15-1. Who do they play next? Tampa Bay on a long week. They're going to crush them. And then they go to Carolina, right? They've beaten them already. They're probably going to be 15-1. All that undefeated pressure is off their back. They can just cut it loose. The Saints team is a great football team. They just were beaten by a better team. They ran into a buzzsaw, that's all. They're a good football team, and they will be there come playoff time.
I have to agree with you there, Coach. I mean, this team can settle back down into that machine that we saw beginning of this year, that'll win if they were behind, ahead, or whatever. That undefeated thing is off of them. Now they can go out and play football. I love this Saints team because they have so many weapons, and then that defense shows up, and they can get off the field and give it back to Drew Brees. But last night, the Cowboys had a plan and a mission, and they went in and took care of business. And it didn't knock the Saints off of anything that they have going. They have home field advantage. They'll be in the playoffs.
They don't have home field advantage.
Oh,
they don't have home field advantage.
But it ain't going
They do right now.
They do right now. They haven't lost anything with this game, is what I'm trying to tell you. So now they get back to where they're going. Tampa Bay sitting right there in front of them, 15-1 coach, getting the playoffs ready to go.
Right. And it just goes to show that going undefeated is as difficult as it gets. And I'm setting something up for later.
I'm a little worried about
the
Saints. I am.
We're going to talk about Dallas some more, Coach.
Do we have to?
We have to.
Absolutely. My sir, Watson. Absolutely.
Coming up on game day morning.
Today is my MVP campaign.
He's running towards history. Next, get unprecedented access with the league's #1 rusher.
Let me run out here by myself. Yeah. I need to go live on TV.
Deshaun Jackson has lit up scoreboards across the league this season. But is he the most dangerous player in the league? Marshall and Michael debate the league's elite.
That is the end of the defending Super Bowl champion.
Didn't make significant plays at significant moments. That's why we lost the game.
Can the Steelers stop their 5-game skid versus the Packers? Or have the world champs thrown in their terrible towels for the season? Plus,
It's caught by Sidney Wright.
'tis the season for wish lists.
The only thing that I want for Christmas is to win the Super Bowl.
We'll join number 18's journey as the Vikings prepare to do battle with the Panthers. All that and more on game day morning, when all you want is football.
We're gonna have fun tonight, oh yeah, we're beautiful.
Spend Sunday night with your friends from the NFL. NFL Game Day highlights. Recaps, replays, interviews, and analysis. End your day with the best of the day. NFL Game Day highlights, only on NFL Network.
We don't do this, or this for just any old sport. No, we only do this for football. And Visa Debit helps fans everywhere make the most of it. More people go with Visa.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love's all you need.
The Samsung LED TV. Ultra slim. Intensely brilliant.
The NFL, that's how I see it.
The Samsung LED TV. It's football in hyper real.
My top pick this season, Applebee's 2 for $20 game time lineup. Let's break it down. 1 appetizer to share, 2 entrees. Final score, $20. This deal could go all the way. 2 for $20, only at Applebee's.
Nothing matches that dentist level of clean. But imagine if you could get that dentist smooth clean feeling every time you brush at home. You can with Oral-B rechargeable brushes. Dentist-inspired cupping action surrounds each tooth to remove up to twice as much plaque as a regular manual brush. The power of a dentist smooth clean feeling every day. Oral-B rechargeable brushes starting at $22. Satisfaction guaranteed. Visit Oral-B.com for details.
Hey, Jimmy Football here. What's missing from your tailgate party? Tail. Well, not anymore. With the Bud Light Tailgate Companion, now the goods come to you. We didn't make your dog. We just made your dog better.
Now when I want ketchup on my dog, I just call my dog. Thanks, dog.
Thanks, Bud Light.
It's the Bud Light Tailgate Companion, and it's tailgate approved.
Welcome back to Game Day Morning. I'm Kara Henderson in Orchard Park, New York, where the Bills and the Patriots are getting ready to play. The Patriots have beaten the Bills 12 straight times, but the Patriots have yet to win a true road game this year. Their only win on the road against Tampa Bay in London. You're watching Ben Watson warm up. The last game, the first game of the year, Ben Watson had to catch 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes in order to give the Patriots their 12th win in a row over the Bills. The big news, of course, for the Patriots, that 2 of their starting offensive linemen and their 2 defensive line stalwarts, Vince Wilfork and Ty Warren, are out for this game. We're going to get the injury report in a couple of minutes, and we do expect that Terrell Owens will be playing. That's it from Orchard Park. Let's go to Michael Lombardi in Tennessee.
Here in Nashville, we see the players start to warm up. This is almost a playoff atmosphere because whatever team loses today can forget about the playoffs. Must win for both teams. Chad Henne warming up. The key stat to watch for the Miami Dolphins, all they talk about is how many rushing attempts and how many completions they can accumulate. What that accomplishes for their offensive team is controlling the football. They may need to control the ball 45 minutes as they did against the Indianapolis Colts to be able to keep Chris Johnson off the field and his big playability. I didn't spend 3 seconds with the Miami coaches before they started talking about how worried they were about Chris Johnson. Now we'll send it off to Philadelphia and Lindsay Soto.
What a difference a day makes, Michael Lombardi. Just last night, this field here at Lincoln Financial Field was blanketed in snow. Now the tarp is off, the grass is green, the sky is blue. They're ready to host a football game. The primary concern from a stadium operations standpoint, they're still trying to get the snow out of the seats. The concourses are still covered with snow, and they're still working hard outside the stadium to plow the roads so that they are ready when the fans arrive at noon when the parking lots open up. From a football standpoint, the main concern here, now that no snow is expected for the rest of the day, is the wind. It can get a little bit windy here. It has from time to time, and so we'll wait till game time to see how that affects the passing games. Obviously, the Eagles primarily. I was talking to one of the groundskeepers here who I was asking about the wind in relation to how windy it normally was. He said, honestly, I am so tired right now. I couldn't even tell you who this team plays today. If I'm Andy Reid and I get a W today, I might consider bringing the ground screw guys in and giving them the game ball. Guys?
I think he's going to be a pretty good player. They can't cover him.
Well, you've always said that.
Right. Now you're starting to believe me.
You guys got the same agents or what?
I ought to be his, but they can't cover it. Now, would you get in the end zone? Would you get in the end zone?
Will I get in there?
Will you?
Far back to pass. Fires to the right side. It's caught by Sidney Rice.
201. Damn! It's a hell of a performance. But not just today. It's what I've been telling you from day one. That's you.
Better conditions in store for when the Vikings come to Carolina, Lindsay Soto. The Minnesota Vikings are amidst one of their best seasons ever as a franchise. But as they look to add to their NFC riches today, such good fortune hasn't always been a way of life for their star receiver, Sidney Rice. The third-year man out of South Carolina is humbled by his success, especially as the holidays near.
Favre steps up, throws on the run, touchdown, Sidney Rice.
This holiday season has brought Sidney Rice and the Vikings the gifts of prosperity and a playoff berth. But presents in the postseason aside, Sidney's good fortune is a stark contrast to his childhood in rural Gaffney, South Carolina.
Upbringing financially, it was real tough. My mom actually hasn't worked since 1991. She broke her back in an accident at work, and it was kind of tough on us just having her supporting me and my other 2 brothers. She done everything in her power to make sure that we ate and that we did have clothes on our back. It might not be new clothes all the time, things like that, but she did what she could. It was tough. I can remember like sitting in class, holes in the bottom of my shoes, and actually walking on my socks. It really motivated me. It made me want to do much better and be able to get those things that I never had, and that's something that still drives me today.
This time of year especially, Sidney is reminded of his difficult childhood, but also the power his pro career has granted him. In the spirit of the season, he and teammate Visante Shenko took 15 area kids to a local sporting goods store for some holiday shopping.
Where y'all want to start? Shoes? Yeah. It's for underprivileged kids, the kids that don't have a lot, and I know what it feels like to be in that type of situation because I had a rough childhood myself, and when somebody comes in and gives you $300 to shop in a store like this is awesome, and just to see the smiles on the kids' faces is huge for us. Shouldn't you guys want some gloves? It's cold up here. You're definitely gonna need this. It's just real cold up here in Minnesota, so you want to make sure they're warm. They have the gloves, the headgear, and boots, and those type of things.
We went around, got things that we liked, that we needed.
Which ones you want? These?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the funnest day ever.
Being able to give back to these type of kids and seeing the situation that they're in is great for us. You can't get signatures if you haven't been good.
Uh-oh. Yeah, me too.
I've been good.
You been good?
Yeah.
It's not a day that goes by that I don't get out on my knees and thank the Lord for the situation that he's put me in.
Go Vikings!
Tonight, the Super Bowl journey continues for the Vikings against the Panthers in Charlotte, less than an hour's drive from where Sydney grew up. It's a chance to be home for the holidays and spend some time with family, but also to get one step closer to his Christmas wish.
The only thing that I want for Christmas is to win the Super Bowl. I'm not the type of person to ask for a lot of material things. I just want everybody around me to be happy and enjoy their Christmas.
And for more on Sydney and our other journeymen, you can always log on to NFL.com/SBJourney. Sydney Rice was once listed as questionable for tonight's game in Carolina with an illness, but he is expected to play today. And as the Vikings look to clinch their second straight division title, we go to Fran and the guys at the desk.
That's right, Stacey. If the Vikings get a victory against Carolina, that locks that down. If they win and Philadelphia loses, then they clinch a first-round bye. They bought Brett Favre in, guys, and we spent all summer talking about it. We spent our past couple of summers talking about Brett Favre. But, Michael, now that we see this team is still in the hunt for home field advantage, if Brett Favre and the Vikings don't win a Super Bowl, is the season a failure for Favre?
Well, you know, Brett said it himself when we talked about is he going to play. Brett says, I'm coming back for one reason and one reason only, and that's to win a Super Bowl. And I think Brett Favre said it. We all want Brett Favre because we love him. Everybody loves Brett Favre. You want Brett Favre to have that last hurrah and ride off into the sunset on the white horse. But that happening will be a difficult thing for Brett Favre and the Minnesota Vikings.
But I don't think we can put, a 40-year-old man coming back to an NFL season on a team. We're talking about the ultimate team sport. And if we're going to bank it on this team winning, being a failure, and I don't think you can put that much onus on one game, one night out. Brett Favre has been a wonderful player for us for all these years and put up another wonderful year, a possible fourth MVP season, at least in the conversation. But as far as one win, one Super Bowl or a bust, I don't think you can call it a failure if he didn't win the Super Bowl.
Obviously, he wants to do that, and that's why they brought him in there. But along the way, what he's accomplishing, you bring a guy in like that to make everybody else a little bit better. Yeah, and Sidney Rice is benefiting, and Percy Harvin's benefiting, and Brad Childress got a new contract.
Shanko.
And so there's other people have benefited tremendously. They made the playoffs last year. They want to go deeper, and they should, all right? But he's got a chance to have some personal bests in most wins in a season, right? His passer rating.
He doesn't need those anymore, though, Steve. He doesn't need those.
But the point is, he's doing some things that he's never done before at this age of 40, which is pretty cool. Now, that would be, it's frosting on the cake if he wins it all, plus has all these personal bests. But you know what? That's why he came back. I need a ring.
Answer the question.
He didn't come back for frosting on the cake. The Minnesota
Vikings had one thing in mind when they went out to get Brett Favre. When Brad Childress left practice and drove to the airport to pick up his quarterback, he didn't pick up his quarterback to make it to the playoffs. They did that last year. He picked up Brett Favre to win the Super Bowl. Brad has his contract. Yeah, there's accolades being divvied up to all those players. If this team does not win the Super Bowl, then it was all done for nothing because in our league, there's the Super Bowl champion and everybody else.
It's one thing us discussing it up here. Now, it's another thing when Brett donned that Minnesota Viking uniform and went into Green Bay and beat them down like dogs. Now, that Super Bowl is the only thing that makes everything okay. Because even the people in Green Bay, they can't say a word. Now, if he wins the Super Bowl in Minnesota, you just got to say, okay, we understand, Brett. And then turn your attention to Ted Thompson.
The other thing, and here's the other thing. If he does or if he doesn't, Minnesota, guess what you have to deal with? Is Brett Favre coming back for another season. They'll get to see what Green Bay just did not want to deal with anymore. They didn't want to be held hostage by the fact that Favre
That'll be the old block next year.
Next year.
Yeah, but you know what? If they win the Super Bowl, I think they'll gladly deal with that. Coming up, Marshall and Michael, Eminem coming up next.
Oh, my goodness, somebody could get whooped.
Coming up, these former NFL stars are truly two of a kind. Next, Marshall Faulk and Michael Irvin contest the question, is there still such a thing as a shutdown corner in the NFL?
Hey, give my dog defense player of the year.
And averaging nearly 20 yards a catch every time he touches the ball, the Eagles soar. But is Deshaun Jackson the most dangerous player in the game today? Our experts debate. Plus, the latest list of actives and inactives from around the league when we return.
Y'all play fat now, man. Y'all play nice.
Have you won a week yet? We have a one. I'm just checking.
Hey, man, make sure y'all play nice.
Just checking.
On eHarmony, I felt like I was meeting somebody that I already kind of knew.
At eHarmony, our in-depth questionnaire lets us get to know the real you so we can match you with other singles on far deeper levels than other dating sites. Review all your matches for free. eHarmony.com.
Hi, I'm Dhani Jones, and welcome to Does It Smell Anymore with Dhani Jones. I'm Dhani Jones. Let's play. My nose is happy. Febreze Sport makes gear smell as good as new.
Conquered the skies, conquered Mount Everest, conquered the neck. Philips Norelco Architect, designed with a flexible head which allows it to pivot and rotate freely, so you can easily get a close shave even on the neck. Tackle all your shaving and grooming needs and play to win the ultimate football weekend at Miami 2010. Check out the details at NorelcoMVP.com.
Why just like the taste of your beer when you can love it? Try the great Pilsner taste of a triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Taste greatness.
Relive the action you missed.
They get knocked out today.
Each week, the 4 best games are re-aired all season long. Enhanced with coaches' commentary, NFL films footage, and wired sound.
Just keep battling, we'll get them.
The excitement doesn't end on Sunday. NFL Replay, Tuesday and Wednesday starting at 8, only on NFL Network.
Next time your car needs repair, don't pay the bill. If your car has less than 250,000 miles, StopRepairBills.com will get it paid for you. And over the life of your car, that can really add up. Just look at the difference. New fuel pump, $550. With Stop Repair Bills, it's paid. New power window motor, $1,167. It's paid. New transmission, $2,686. Paid. Stop Repair Bills isn't a dealer's warranty. It's better because you choose the level of coverage and you choose the repair shop. And they're paid directly, no matter how big the job. New AC, $1,639. With Stop Repair Bills, it's paid. New engine, $4,319. That's thousands of dollars out of your pocket, but now these repairs won't cost you a cent. The choice is yours. Pay your own repair bills or keep that money in your pocket.
Call 1-800-637-6233. A free 5-minute call can save you thousands in auto repair. Call 1-800-637-6233 and stop paying repair bills now.
What's up, baby? How you doing? In this thing, boy. We here. Oh, I'm all right now, though. Come on, Matt. Let's get it. Let's go.
Oh, boy, that was a great, highlighted that guy. It's time for our spirit debate. It's M&M time. I'm Marshall.
And I am Michael.
And we go over some great topics where we debate, and we saw DeSean Jackson. Boy, the guy looked like a human video game. That was like an avatar of himself and what he does.
Explosive.
Let's talk about some explosive offensive players.
Dangerous.
Who do you like, Michael?
Well, you saw the guy that I like right there. When you start talking about the most dangerous guy in this league right now, you're talking about DeSean Jackson. And what makes him dangerous is his ability to score fast and right now, Marshall.
And I like that. And DeSean, boy, he brings a lot to the table, not just in receiving, but punt returns. And I'm sure if they put him back there for kick returns, he'd get it done. But I'm a Chris Johnson fan, CJ28, and what this guy brings to the league. And here's the thing, Michael. I love all-purpose players. I love it when you do it all. I was that kind of guy. He's about 413 yards away from the all-purpose record that no, you didn't. I'd set that record.
Okay, that's your record, Marshall.
And the guy is he's great. just touchdowns of 50 yards or more. He got a 91, 89, 85, 57, 52.
Okay. And
we're not talking about receiving the ball. This is rushing. This guy is an explosive weapon.
I want to work with you on this, Marshall, and I need you to work with me. Now, no monologues. These are dialogues, so let me jump in on this. I appreciate it. Now, here are the you started mentioning big touchdowns. DeSean Jackson, 10 touchdowns this season. The average 61.3 yards per touchdown. That's what you call explosive. That's what you call scoring from anywhere on the field right now, get our offense off the field and cause troubles for defense.
The only thing about this topic is we mention Chris Johnson and the MVP, and we do not mention DeSean Jackson. Let's talk about shutdown corners.
And I don't know why that's the case, because DeSean Jackson does so many things throwing the football field. He should be.
Because receivers don't win MVPs.
That's the problem.
Like I said, let's talk about shutdown corners. And I know you know a lot about shutdown corners. You played against guys like Darrell Green. You played against Deion Sanders,
when there truly were shutdown corners in this league, even though they didn't shut me down. But keep going.
Okay, two guys coming to mind: Darrelle Revis, Charles Woodson. Who do you like?
Well, I like Charles Woodson out of those two. Now, both guys are good corners, great corners. But when you start talking about Charles Woodson, you're talking about a guy that doesn't just play cornerback, knock down passes. He has that ability to force with the run. And you know what else he does that Revis doesn't do? He knows how to blitz. He gets to the quarterback. He stops the passes on the back end with the wide receivers, but he stopped the passing on the front end by getting to the quarterback. That's why he is the best cornerback in this league.
You know what? I like Woodson, but I like Revis even more. And I actually had to ask Deion last night, could I do this? Because it's basically his thing, and I'm going to let you know why I like Darrelle Revis. Deion, can I go prime time? Let's go prime time about Darrelle Revis. This guy in interceptions. Let's start with number one. He's sick. He got 6, tied for 5. Let's talk about interceptions, return for touchdown. This guy has 1, tied for 6. Let's talk about passes defended. 27.
Yes.
That's first in the league. Let's talk about who do you face
passes
in the AFC East. You have Moss. You have Terrell Owens. You have Welker. He shut these guys down. Guys like Andre Johnson. I'm talking 4 catches, 35 yards. Moss, 2 games, 9 catches, 58 yards. Terrell Owens.
I like what you're saying.
6 catches, 44 yards.
I like what you're saying. But the word shut down can't apply here in this situation, because he obviously didn't shut too many down if they're 7-6. While over there, Woodson, he's shutting enough down to be 9-4 and headed towards a playoff berth. While Revis will be taking notes on how well Woodson plays corner during the playoffs. Just like this right
but
here.
when you play against the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions, and you have a guy named Al Harris that plays across from you and can't rushing the passer, you'll have a better record.
You got 27 pass defenses because you don't have the hands to make the play to take it the other way, a la Woodson.
I'll let you have the last word. That's M&M for
another
this week.
win for Cowboys.
The Pack has won 5 in a row and stands firm in the NFC playoff picture. The Steelers have lost 5 in a row and are a sinking ship. Next, who will reach their respective 6 first? Plus,
I don't think I can do it. I'll make him a believer. For real.
Chris Johnson's quest for the most celebrated record in football continues. Don't miss when NFL Films takes you under the helmet with CJ2K. Next.
San Diego's hoping for a divisional title this holiday season. Tennessee's looking to steal a win from under their tree. Chargers-Titans, Christmas at 7. A special holiday edition of Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
The Sierra Crew Cab doesn't just offer more horsepower, more towing, more payload, and more torque than Ram or Tundra. Sierra offers a locking rear differential, which locks when Ram and Tundra's limited slip slips. Never send a truck to do a Sierra's job. The 2010 GMC Sierra. May the best truck win.
Conquered the skies. Conquered Mount Everest. Conquered the neck. Philips Norelco Architect. Designed with a flexible head, which allows it to pivot and rotate freely. So you can easily get a close shave, even on the neck. Tackle all your shaving and grooming needs and play to win the ultimate football weekend at Miami 2010. Check out the details at NorelcoMVP.com.
Oh, this is exciting. Disney's The Princess and the Frog. There's hardly an empty seat in the house.
I suppose you want a kiss.
Kissing would be nice, yes?
But now, people can't tell the difference between a gecko and a frog. One saves you money on car insurance, and the other turns into an handsome prince when you kiss him.
There he is. Kiss him!
This is getting rather dicey.
See Disney's The Princess and the Frog. Only in theaters. Rated G. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
What are you doing?
Calling Chase Sapphire, seeing if we have enough points to stay longer.
Now? You don't have enough time. You have to push all those buttons.
No buttons. Someone answers every time.
Yeah, right.
That's your massage.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Julie. I have a question about my points.
Hi, what button do I press for a massage? Hello?
New Chase Sapphire. You call, we answer, no waiting.
Just press right here.
Go to chase.com/sapphire. Chase what matters.
Christmas night. Rich, Mooch, Marshall, and Dion get you ready for Chargers Titans. Break down the game before the game. Don't miss a special Christmas edition presented by Sears, only on NFL Network.
There's only one running back today. The general has spoken. Chris Johnson, you heard me?
Believe that. Today is my MVP campaign. Hey, why you keep following me? Let me run out here by myself. See, make it easy on me. I'm in the MVP running now too now. I know. Come on.
Dumps it out, Johnson right side, 35, turns the corner, 40.
You just don't understand what kind of speed you got till you see it up close.
Touchdown! Titans! You're the man!
Titans are welcoming the Dolphins to town for a 1 p.m. Eastern start. And Tennessee running back Chris Johnson, he's on 3 missions, as Marshall and Michael just talked about. 1, trying to break Eric Dickerson's 25-year-old single-season rushing mark. 2, trying to catch our Marshall Faulk's record for the most yards from scrimmage in a single season. And 3, Steve Sabol tells us maybe, just maybe, sneak the Titans into the playoffs with that final wildcard spot.
This game, you can't get excited, man. That's what Sundays are about.
Thanks, Fran. Chris Johnson is what I like to call an AA back, and not because he drives opposing coaches to drink. Johnson is an anywhere, anytime player, meaning he's a threat to score from any place on the field at any moment in the game. But I found out all I needed to know about Johnson in a game where he was kept out of the end zone. In Week 6, the Patriots buried the Titans under an avalanche of points, 59-0. Yet even during this Boston massacre, Johnson rushed for 128 yards and planted the seeds for the Titans' resurgence. Over his next 7 games, Johnson averaged 185 yards from scrimmage, arguably the best 7-game stretch a running back has ever had. He's built up a nearly quarter-mile lead over Steven Jackson and Adrian Peterson in the race for the rushing title. He's also a productive receiver and has a chance to break Marshall Faulk's record for most yards from scrimmage in a season.
He just keeps amazing us every week. 67 yards. CJ to the house.
What sets Johnson apart is his incomparable speed. In 2008, he ran the fastest 40-yard dash ever at the NFL Combine, 4.24 seconds. In the quick-cut highlights we see of runners, where each move dissolves into another before the play is finished, Johnson reminds us that it's best to preserve what these snippets of action deny us: context. To truly appreciate Chris Johnson is to see his runs in their entirety. The way he navigates the shifting dangers of a broken field. Barry Sanders, Gale Sayers, and Hugh McElhenney. Johnson runs like little boys do in their wildest dreams. But no Hall of Famer can match what Johnson has done in 2009. He's reeled off 3 runs of 85 yards or more in one season. No back in history has had that many over an entire career. Now, Johnson has already broken Earl Campbell's single-season franchise mark for yards from scrimmage. And Marshall, he's got your NFL record in his sights. The Titans need a win today to keep alive one of the most improbable playoff runs in history. I know I'm not counting them out of any run as long as it involves Chris Johnson.
All right, Stephen, let's pick up just where you left off. A time for the CJ 2K watch delivered by FedEx. And Marshall, here we go here. Johnson has 117 more yards than you did for your first 13 games of that 99 season. He's averaging 155 yards per game. Marshall, you averaged 146 yards through the first 13. But Johnson's really turned it on in the last 3, racking up nearly 176 yards per.
Is he going to break
your all-purpose yards record here?
Fran, he's close. And here's the thing. He does it in all kind of ways. I wish I could just say, boy, this guy only runs the football, but you see that he can catch the ball out of the backfield. What I like seeing is he pass blocks. He's becoming an every down back, whether it's in between the tackles, outside the tackles. And when I saw him run at the combine, I was like, okay, guys, that was fast. But now you see it on the field. A lot of guys that run fast, they don't have football speed. This guy has football fast speed.
Give me a name. Adrian Peterson or Chris Johnson?
I love Adrian Peterson.
Warren.
Chris Johnson.
Adrian Peterson.
That's me, coach.
I got to go with Chris Johnson.
Yeah,
I understand.
They got fumbles.
I understand what it is being a complete back in this league. I know what it means.
That was more than a name, Mark.
This kid.
I'm just saying that.
That was a CJ 2K watch delivered by FedEx. The guys are drawing closer to kickoff, about 90 minutes away. And for more, it's time now for a Bud Light injury alert. We're joined by Jason Lockenford. Jason, what can you tell us?
Well, Fran, we reported earlier this morning that all signs pointed towards Larry Fitzgerald starting today. He is indeed active. He's dealing with that contusion in his knee, but he's active and ready to start for the Cardinals. Vince Young was another injury question mark, the quarterback for the Titans. His hamstring was able to get it loose in warmups. He will indeed be active, and he is slated to start as well. A few other guys around the league to keep an eye on. T.O. missed some practice time this week with illness. He'll be ready for the Bills. He will start. For the Falcons, good news. Michael Turner and Matt Ryan, both up, ready to play, will start. Unfortunately, they've already been eliminated from playoff contention. Brent Selleck in the afternoon game, the tight end for the Eagles, he will play as well. Back to you, Fran.
Jason Lockenfor with the latest Bud Light injury alert.
Coming up, 14 down, 2 more to go.
Way to be great, y'all. Way to be great, man.
With perfection in their sights, we'll put the Colts under the microscope and debate if an undefeated season is worth the risk. And after poring over their playbooks, Michael Irvin and Coach Mariucci tell you who will take their game to the next level and play inspired in Week 15 when NFL Game Day Morning returns.
At the Lions.
NFL Game Day Morning is brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Man, that looks
Unbelievable. I've been wanting one of these.
Since when can mountains float?
Celebrate a burger like no other. With a movie like no other. Bite into Avatar with the one and only taste of McDonald's Big Mac.
Conquered the skies. Conquered Mount Everest. Conquered the neck. Philips Norelco Architect. Designed with a flexible head which allows it to pivot and rotate freely. So you can easily get a close shave even on the neck. Tackle all your shaving and grooming needs and play to win the ultimate football weekend at Miami 2010. Check out the details at NorelcoMVP.com.
Battles, new season. Axemen premieres Sunday, January 10th at 9 on History.
San Diego's hoping for a divisional title this holiday season. Tennessee's looking to steal a win from under their tree. Chargers Titans, Christmas at 7, a special holiday edition of Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
All I want is NFL Network.
Welcome back to Game Day Morning, a live look at LP Field in Nashville, Tennessee. Ricky Williams and the Dolphins in town looking to keep their postseason dreams alive. Just moments ago, Michael Lombardi caught up with their coach, Tony Sperano.
Coach, 7-3 since Chad Henne's been the starter. Less Wildcat, more Chad Henne. Is that the way we're going?
Well, that's the way we're going right now, yeah. I think, Chad's done a great job maturing right now. He's getting better and better every week, and we feel like we can put more in his hands.
Without saying it's a must-win, it's a must-win. What's the critical area for you today to pull this game out?
Oh, I think we got to stop Chris Johnson, no question about it. I think he's a guy that can change the game. He's got a number of big plays out there, and that's a big emphasis for us.
Vince Young's hamstring, does that affect how you attack him and plan against him?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a little bit, but, Vince is still going to be Vince out there. I think he's a guy that can extend the plays, and we can't really let that happen. Big plays have been something that's hurt us.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, it's time now for Michael Irvin and Steve Mariucci to tell us who will play Inspired today, presented by the Lexus 2010 LS line. More often than not, guys, inspirational play because of a great matchup. Anquan Boldin facing the worst pass defense in the NFL today in the Detroit Lions.
That's a great matchup.
Larry?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great. Who plays Inspired?
And Anquan will show up and be inspired, Coach. Let me tell you why. Anquan started off his career in Arizona, first couple of years, on pace to be the all-time great wide receiver, one of the all-time greats. I think he had Jerry Rice's record. But now, here comes Larry Fitzgerald. He came in, attention went to Larry Fitzgerald today. Fitzgerald still banged up. He will play. Focus goes back to Anquan Boldin. He wants to show them he could do it.
Michael, talk about start of his career. His first game against the Lions as a rookie, 217.
Right.
I was there, Stacy.
You
okay?
were?
I witnessed it, all right? But I think his team is going to be inspired because they have to win this game. A couple weeks ago, they had the big win over the Vikings at home. They look like world beaters. Last week, they lose to the 49ers. They don't look very good. They've got to go and win this football game, Mike, because if they win it and the 49ers lose in Philly, they can clinch the division.
That Minnesota game, Anquan had a great game that game. They have to get back to playing him that way.
No doubt, 7 turnovers against the 49ers last week. Next matchup, Denver's Brandon Marshall coming off an NFL record, 21 catches last week, but he's going to see Nnamdi Asomugha from the Oakland Raiders. Who plays Inspired in this
And
one?
it's all the more reason for him to show up and play inspired because of that challenge and the situation for the Denver Broncos. They lost last week. They cannot lose again. Indianapolis beat them last week in this great game by Brandon Marshall. 21 receptions, man. I went to sleep last night saying, God, why couldn't I catch 21 passes in a game? He said, son, it just worked out that way. But that's okay. Brandon Marshall will play inspired for a win today.
It's got to be a little bittersweet, though. Don't you think they lost the game, 21 receptions, all for naught, really? But here's the thing. You know who's going to play inspired? The guys that play against him. And Nnamdi Asomugha is a great corner in this league, but he only plays on the right side, so the other corner is going to get matched up against him. Also, Chris Johnson, a couple of corners for the Raiders that are pretty darn good. They're going to have to shut him down.
Dangerous matching up Brandon Marshall. Dangerous.
That game, 4:05 p.m. Eastern. That was Who Will Play Inspired today, presented by the Lexus 2010 LS line. Michael and Coach are now going to turn their inspirational picks into game picks for winners and losers of today's late games. Fran?
That's right, Stacey. We are going to talk about a couple of the late games, and Michael and Coach Mariucci rejoining us. Winners and losers. Marshall, Packers taking on Pittsburgh Steelers. Who do you like?
This game scares me because the weakness of the Packers is their tackles, and that's what Pittsburgh does best. But I'm gonna go with the Packers because they're playing better right now.
Two teams in opposite directions, one with 5 losses in a row, one with 5 wins in a row. I'm saying Green Bay goes in there, and they're going to make a run for the playoffs. Steelers, not so much.
I'd say the same thing, Coach. They let go the rope in Pittsburgh, and Green Bay takes advantage today and seals the coffin.
Green Bay's one of the hottest teams right now in the NFC. I'm taking Green Bay also.
Niners have lost 5 straight road games. The Eagles have won 4 in a row. Michael, how does this one shake out for you?
Well, you got to look at the Eagles. The Eagles saw that game last night. They know they have to keep pace. I'm taking the Eagles in this game.
The Eagles are one of the most explosive teams around. San Francisco 28th versus the pass. Not a good matchup.
You know, if the weather was good in this game, I would say this would be maybe a blowout. Philadelphia is the better team. But Old Man Winter's going to have something to say about this, and it's going to be a close game, but I think Philly gets them at home. In a close one.
Stop snoring, Coach.
49ers looked good against the Cardinals last week, didn't they?
They did. I'm going with Philly just because Philly is explosive, although Frank Gore might have a big game.
Yeah. Keep an eye on your guy, Deshaun Jackson. 10 touchdowns, over 50 yards.
Big plays. Marshall.
Oh, Coach.
Coming up, he's had an on-off switch since his days in Minnesota. With New England heading to chilly Buffalo, which Randy Moss will show up today? And after stunning the unbeaten Saints last night, have the Cowboys exercised their December demons? Our experts discuss the state of America's team and if they're ready to reclaim their NFC East lead. When we return.
Let's go, baby. Hey, this playoff football right here. Let's show everybody what we made of. Seize the moment. Seize the moment. After tonight, we got a first-round bye.
Silence is bliss. Actions speak louder than words.
They don't think we can do it. They don't think I can do it. I make them a believer. For real. Big one, baby. what you play for. I'm in the MVP running now, too, now. I know. Come on. I need to go live on TV. Hey, them boys shook, man.
Smile, man. Have some fun out here. Loosen up, dude.
Hey, give my dog Defensive Player of the Year. Wasn't 83 a Super Bowl MVP? Deion Branch? You don't duck if you're a Super Bowl MVP.
22 in a row, right? 114 in this decade. Now that's something special.
Blow this thing up. Blow it up. Colts on 3. 1, 2, 3, go!
You got some pretty important reasons to eat better. So now, 23 Campbell's Chunky Soups have 100% lean meat and a full serving of vegetables. A man's got to eat. He just wants to eat better. Campbell's Chunky.
FreeCreditReport.com. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom. Never mind them and singing our songs since we first showed up with our pirate hats on. If you're not into fake sword fights, pointy slippers and green wool tights, take a tip from a knight who knows. FreeCreditReport.com. Offer applies with enrollment and triple advantage.
National Car Rental? That's my choice. Because with National, I roll past the counter and choose any car in the aisle. Choosing your own car? Now that's a good call.
Go National. Go like a pro.
10. Average number of fingers on which an NFL player would like to have Super Bowl rings. 10%. What you can save on ground shipping at FedEx Office over the UPS store. We understand you need to save money.
The best thing about getting lost is what you find along the way. Anywhere I end up, I'm just free.
CK Free, the new fragrance for men from Calvin Klein.
All I want is Jab 36 power.
Jab 36 power.
46 nickel, delta, weak, double dog, trade.
Red left, switch tight, close, A right, sprint right, GU corner, half back flat.
16 power, wide right, zebra short, 72X shallow pro.
Slant 36 power. King right close, B right, 2-jet flanker drive, half back corner. The Philly special. All I want is 65 toss power trap. I like them all, as long as they work.
If you are a diabetic and concerned about maintaining your healthy blood glucose levels, please stay tuned to this important message. A market trial offer is starting now for a revolutionary breakthrough in natural blood sugar management called Glymatrol, and you're eligible to try it free for 30 days. We are looking for 200 callers to receive a free trial, so call immediately. 1-800-417-2943. The ups and downs you experience from naturally fluctuating blood sugar levels can be frustrating. Clinical studies of the key ingredients in Glymatrol have shown these ingredients to be effective in supporting healthy glucose management. And now this new formula is being released to the general public. Your area has been selected to try it right now for free. The first 200 callers are guaranteed participation in the trial. Call immediately to find out how to receive your free 30-day trial. Phone lines are open now. 1-800-417-2943. 1-800-417-2943.
All I want is for you to stick around.
We're hot, everybody.
Brandon Marshall breaks the NFL record with 21 receptions on that catch.
He just keeps amazing us every week, CJ.
Back and forth we go. Touchdown, Deshaun Jackson.
Week 15, 12 games on this Sunday. Eagles getting set to take on the 49ers. You guys like playing in the snow or no?
That's a good track right there. Ain't no snow on the field. That's a good track right there.
Let me speak. No. Dome, sweet dome.
All right, 2 feet of snow falling in Philadelphia and also on the Meadowlands is where they see Dan Reeves. And talking to Jets head coach Rex Ryan as the Falcons will come to the Meadowlands. Jets 7-6, a game back of the New England Patriots in the AFC East. And the Bills will play host to the New England Patriots. Ryan Fitzpatrick warming up. Patriots just one victory on the road, and that game, of course, came in London overseas. Chad Henne and the Miami Dolphins right there in the thick of the playoff talk as well.
That's Big Blue.
Dolphins taking on the Tennessee Titans. Vic Young's got that hamstring issue, so he's actually he will start. All right, he's going to start here against the Dolphins. That's right. Let's see if he can get warmed up. All right, AFC playoff picture here. Colts have a home field advantage locked down. There you see Dolphins, Jets, and Ravens all at 7-6. Ravens have that 6 wild card spot right now because they have the best conference record. Over in the NFC, home field advantage is still up for grabs because the Saints fell against the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers can go a long way towards solidifying a playoff spot if they win and the New York Giants lose to the Washington Redskins. Welcome inside our NFL Network studios for NFL Game Day morning. He is Michael Irvin, Warren Sapp, head coach Steve Mariucci, and Marshall Faulk. I'm Fran Charles. Stacey Dales will be with us momentarily. Guys in New Orleans are trying to join the Indianapolis Colts on the very short list of just 3 teams in NFL history to start a season 14-0. The Colts this past Thursday, 0-7 Patriots, and the 72 Dolphins. All the Cowboys have heard about the last 3 weeks are Dallas's December woes. Well, the Cowboys had heard enough. Let's take it down to the Superdome for some quick highlights here. Opening drive, up 17-3 in the second half. Marion Barber gives them a 3-touchdown lead, Mike.
If you come out third quarter, Dallas comes out, takes the ball right down, and makes a touchdown. That was a big play.
All right, 12 seconds left here. Drew Brees sacked for the 4th time in the game. So Tony Romo and the Cowboys hold on for the 24-17 victory, handing the New Orleans Saints their first loss of the season. And the NFC East now thick. The Eagles need to win to go ahead and keep that top spot there. Right now, Cowboys just a half game back. Guys, Marshall, where do the Cowboys go from here?
They have to continue to win. And here's the thing. They have to go to Washington. The weather's going to be bad. We saw the last time that they played Washington in Dallas. They only scored 1 touchdown. And here's the little nugget. Here's what you need to know. The defensive coordinator, Greg Blasch, he and the defensive coordinator for the Saints, Greg Williams, they worked together in Washington. He will know exactly what the things that the Cowboys changed and what made them so successful against Greg Williams, and he'll have a plan for it. I want to see them respond and play in one of those close games and pull it out, not blow out. They basically blew out the Saints and let them come back.
Here's what they're going for here. From here, Wade is saying, all right, guys, take a couple